final predictions. I'm going to go over each match, and we'll let you know who I have winning particular each match now that the card's fully set. So let's start off. First off, we'll start off with Kalani Jordan versus Sol Ruka for the Women's NXT North American Championship. And with this is a good matchup between Kalani. This is her first title defense at a PLE event. I know she defended against Michian recently on last week's episode of NXT, but now she's going to defend it at definitely a PLE. We're going to see how this is going to go. If I had to take a pick right now, who I'm going to choose, despite Sol Ruka, she's been bringing it. Soul Snatcher, she's been putting up good matches too. And I even liked her performance at NXT Battleground for the inaugural NXT North American Women's Championship. I got Kalani Jordan retaining her championship. It'll be a very good bout between Sol Ruka and Kalani, but Kalani's going to get the dub, and it'll be her first defense at a PLE, and she will still be the NXT Women's Championship. NXT North American Women's Champion. She will defeat Sol Ruka. I don't see her losing this title right now. So I got Kalani Jordan for that. You guys let me know who you got. Let's go to another championship match. We got Nathan Frazier defending the NXT Tag Team Championship alongside Axiom against Chase U. And who do I have winning this match? If I had to guess, I got, despite what I just said on Nathan Frazier, him and the Axiom, the vibes be kind of weird. I got Chase U winning the NXT Tag Team Champions, and I got them being the two-time NXT Tag Team Champions. I see these guys winning the belts, and I see Nathan and Axiom having chemistry issues. The vibe's going to be off, and I see these two even splitting, maybe even having a future feud alongside Axiom and Nathan Frazier feuding against one another due to Nathan, like I said earlier, being more focused on a singles competitor than a tag team competitor. So I see Chase U defeating these guys, and they will be two-time NXT Tag Team Champions. That's how I got that one going. But there's some more matches I'm going to mention. We got a few more matches. So I got Chase U for the win. I see them defeating both of these guys. Next up, we have Obai Femi, the NXT North American Champion, defending his championship against Wesley. Wesley, who is in record books, as they said it on NXT current episode, he has the longest reign champion of all time. And he never lost the title due to injury. When he announced back in last December, he had to get back surgery. During that time when he was getting surgery, Obai Femi, he won the NXT Breakout Tournament. He cashed in on the previous champion, Dragon Lee. He's been champion ever since. He's been defending the championship in great matches. Great match at NXT Stand delivered triple threat against Josh Briggs and Dijak. You recently against Battleground against Wesley and Joe Coffey and another triple threat. Now, the thing about it is, since he has been doing his thing, I see Obai Femi retaining his championship again, despite Wesley, putting up a good argument to why he should get a one-on-one match. He's not going to beat Obai Femi. He's unstoppable. Tyler Helton, salute to you. Welcome. Thank you for coming out, man. But I have Obai Femi retaining his NXT North American Championship, as I do not see him losing the belt no time soon. But like I said, expect Wesley to put up a good fight. He will bring it to Obai Femi. I'm not going to take nothing away from Wesley. But Obai Femi is on a whole nother level. One of the best NXT North American champions I've seen. So is Wesley. When I think of the North American Championship, I think of Wesley. I think of the Velveteen Dream. I think of Carmelo Hayes. And now Obai Femi is going to top all of that. He's going to be one of the best champions of all time. So he's definitely making this championship prestigious every time he defends it. So Obai Femi puts respect on his name. He's doing his thing. Must salute to him. Tyler said, I hope NXT is going to be fire and money in the bank. No doubt. NXT Heatwave, I'm sure it's going to be fire. And of course, Money in the Bank is going to bring it. Money in the Bank is now part of one of the big five pay PLEs alongside Royal Rumble, alongside WrestleMania, alongside SummerSlam and Survivor Series. But other than that, it's going to be good. And I see Obafemi retaining this championship. Wesley is going to push Obafemi to the limit. He's going to push him. It will not be no push over. So Obafemi will be pushed to the limit, but I don't see Wesley winning this title, as he already been a champion before. So he was the last dominant champion before Obafemi as of recent. So I'm not taking nothing away from Wesley. Great champion. But this is not his time. It is Obafemi's time. Oh, let's not forget about that. Like I said, a lot of men have held this great championship. Remember, we had Roddy Strong, Keith Lee, Johnny Gargano. A lot of guys held this belt. Damian Priest, the current world champion. A lot of people have put some good prestige on this championship. But I don't see Wesley winning this belt back. I don't see Wesley beating Obafemi. I don't see it happening. Now, could Wesley get the title back at some given point? Absolutely, just not right now. Obafemi is doing his thing. He held to this belt. Remember, he has been a very dominant champion. You know, just to give you guys a reminder, Obafemi, he has been champion now for 175 days. I don't see that title ending right now. It could be later this year, but I don't see him losing to Wesley. Somebody gonna have to come and knock him off bigger than Wesley. So I don't see him losing right now. Tyler, you said I got questions for what time start the NXT pay-per-view in Arizona. Oh, you're in Arizona? So you will be Pacific time. I'm in Central Standard Time, Tyler, so I'll be 2 hours ahead of you. I believe the NXT Heatwave. Glad you brought. That's a good question, though. NXT Heatwave, from what I've heard, it will start. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it's going to start. Normally, the pre-show start at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. So if it's 6 for me, it'd probably be 4 o'clock for you. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. That is going to be I think that's the time that they have set for it. You know, I could be wrong. I believe that's where it's going to start. But Heatwave normally starts 6 p.m. And remember, this is a PLE that's going to be on Peacock. It's not going to be a USA thing like last year. It will be. It will. I will see it being starting at more likely it's going to be 6 o'clock for the pre-show, because there's always a pre-show and the main show starts at 7 o'clock. So I will say 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 4 p.m. your time. But other than that, Obafemi is going to hold on to this championship much longer. Now, when is he going to lose it? I don't know. I don't see him losing that belt no time soon. So watch out for Obafemi. Like I said, he gonna definitely push. He gonna be pushed harder than you can imagine. So it's gonna be crazy though. Definitely gonna be a crazy match. This may be one of the maybe underrated matches of the night. But that's who I got for winning. It's gonna be Obafemi. Now we're gonna get to the main championship matches. We'll start off with the women's, then we'll get to the men. Next, we got here Roxanne Perez, the two-time NXT Women's Champion, defending her championship against the very, very shining bright light right now in Lola Vice, MMA background. And I mentioned this before. I said this that while Lola was feuding with Shayna, even when she was with Natalia, after she finished those feuds, she was going to be the front runner to challenge Roxanne for the women's NXT North NXT champion. Not North, I'm sorry. Her women's NXT championship. I said that she would be the biggest threat to Roxanne's championship because Roxanne has defeated them all. She has defeated the Lyra Valkyrias. She has defeated Jordan Grace recently. She has defeated, I think, Tatum Paisley. I think she defeated as well. She defeated everybody. But Lola's going to be the hardest challenge in this current Roxanne's run as NXT Women's Champion. And with that being said, since Lola's been looking strong, despite the emotional promo, the heartfelt promo that everyone saw on NXT, and even before this heartfelt promo, already had in the bag who's going to win. But now it's for certain, definitely for certain. And with that being said, Lola Vice will win the women's NXT championship. I got Lola defeating Roxanne. She'll become the new NXT champion, and crowd's gonna be behind her. She will defeat Roxanne, and it's gonna be a good match. Very good fight. Roxanne, I'm not taking nothing from her. She's the prodigy. She's the current two-time NXT Women's Champion. She's nothing to a slouch. She's gonna bring this like she brought against Jordan, but she will not overcome Lola like she got overcome the rest. Lola is going to get that big standing ovation. Expect a big, invite. Big celebration from the fans. And she gonna call her mom. Who knows? Lola Vice's mom may even be in attendance if they played off her mom calling her. She may even be big in attendance at NXT Heatwave in Toronto, Canada this Sunday. So I'm not taking nothing from that as well. So I expect a very good stellar match between these two. And I expect Lola to be crying. The crowd's gonna be behind her. You're gonna hear a lot of these, probably the upcoming NXT episode, and maybe even that night, because as I see Lola's transitioning to a babyface character now, we're gonna see a lot of these this upcoming NXT, and you all guys already know what I'm gonna go to. You already know where it's gonna go. All right. So Lola will defeat Roxanne and become the brand new champion. So I expect that. I do expect a big celebration for Lola. It'll be probably confetti, everything all in the ring. And people are going to be really big behind her, even NXT locker room. Because Lola's been putting that work, and it's well deserved when she do defeat Roxanne. And Roxanne, I don't see, and when Roxanne do lose, at least if she do lose, I will expect Roxanne to be a couple. Not she ain't gonna be in the main event picture no more. She'll have a few more feuds, and then she eventually will go to the main roster. Let's be honest, Roxanne is nothing more to her to do in NXT. If so, maybe she'll get the women's NXT North American title. Not that she needs it. She made her mark. She's the prodigy. So I got Lola winning the women's NXT championship this Sunday at Heatwave. She will defeat Roxanne, become champion. Last but not least, let's get to the men's championship match. Let's get there. And it's going to be Trick Williams, the champion, defending his championship against three other competitors in the likes of Ethan Page, and the likes of Javon Evans and Sean Spears. Now, despite Javon Evans looking strong, despite Sean Spears and Ethan Page defeating both these guys in one-on-one matches, whoop that Trick Williams will retain the NXT championship. I don't see him losing his title right now. He'll lose it at some point, but not right now. Javon Evans, I said this before, Javon Evans, it's not his time yet. Ethan Page, he will get screwed over. I know Ora Mensa, they said that he will be banned from NXT Heatwave. He can't get his hands on Trick. I'm sorry, he can't get his hands on Ethan. But expect Noam Dar, who was taken out by Ethan Page that's still sitting on sideline. He will come back and attack Ethan Page during the match, as Norm Dar has not been banned from ringside, so expect that. And Sean Spears, I just don't see him winning it at all. But I do see Trick Williams retaining, and due to all those distractions and people interfering, that's when Trick will hit that weak kick finisher that he got, and that's when he'll get the 1, 2, 3, and he will retain his NXT Championship. Whoop that Trick. I don't know who his next challenger will be. Expect another TNA crossover, maybe Moose. They said Moose. I said this in my video. Check out the video of him talking about challenging Obafemi. Maybe he'll cross over to challenge Trick. Maybe somebody else from TNA, or maybe Javon Evans gets the one-on-one match with him, as it was originally supposed to be Javon Evans versus Trick Williams for the NXT Championship. Then we figured that, and I called this before too. I said that it would be a four-way match, adding Ethan and Sean to the mix. Now I see that it's going to be eventually. Expect Javon and Trick to have a one-on-one. Ethan already had his one-on-one match at Battleground, didn't win. Sean Spears, he'll get a one-on-one, but not right now. Expect Javon as they heating up between these two. Expect that going on. Mr. Pro, salute to you, man. You've been busy in the streets, Mr. Pro. Thank you for coming out, man. Appreciate that. But yeah, I expect Trick will retain, but they're going to run the whole original match. It's going to be Trick versus Javon 101. That's going to be at a later date. I don't know when they're going to run that, because after Heatwave, it'll be SummerSlam, it'll be Bash in Berlin. I don't know when NXT going to do the Great American Bash. They normally run that program. I don't know if that's going to be the case. Expect that to happen too. I don't know if they're going to run that this year, but they'll have it at some given point. If not, it'll be a Halloween Havoc or NXT No Mercy, whatever the case may be. But I do expect to see a one-on-one match between Javon and Trick Williams for the NXT Championship. Remember, we had Go Rush last year, spring breaking. I don't know. But I do remember a Great American Bash last year. At least I do. I don't know if they're going to run that this year. Well, at least in 2022 they had it. So I don't know when that's going to be. I'm not sure. They did have it last year because Great American Bash was July 30th. And since Heatwave is this month, I don't know if that's going to happen necessarily. But I do see Javon and Trick having a one-on-one match. At least that's how I would see it. I just don't know when that match is going to take place. But you could tell that it was Trick and Javon standing tall in the championship contract signing. Those two are going to eventually have a match because Javon is the young OG, as they call him, the future, everything, et cetera, et cetera. But I do see these two battling it out for this title at some point. I just don't know how they're going to – I don't know how WWE is going to do that. I don't know how NXT is going to run that, but I do see that happening at some point. So let's keep an eye out on that. At least that's how I would do it. So we'll see what happens next between these two. But in this four-way match, Trick Williams will retain. He will retain. He's not going to lose his belt. I don't see it happening. Other than that, though, guys, that's actually all I have regarding the NXT bonus round. We are talking about the NXT Heatwave early predictions. So that's what I have going in. This is the match I have going in. And I know also, too, I know there's supposed to be a pre-show match. Now, they do have a pre-show match. It's supposed to be, I believe, it's supposed to be they announced it at the end of NXT. If you guys care about it, It's supposed to be Carmen Petrovic and Ariana Grace versus JC Jane and Jasmine Nix, a tag team match. I guess you can put Carmen and Ariana there for the win. It's a pre-show match.